3, 2, 1. We're now joined by Pro Football Hall of Famer Gale Sayers. He's in Liberal as part of the Southwest chapter of the Kansas Alumni Association Golf Classic at the Liberal Country Club, and great to have the Kansas Comet right here in Liberal after he was born in Wichita and, of course, starred at the University of Kansas, and you're assisting special projects at the University of Kansas now, and that means we kind of see you all over the Sunflower State these days, huh?
Well, yes, you will see me. You might not see me. Some people might not see me today or tomorrow or 2 weeks from now, but I will be here. And I'm out here, talking to alumni, telling them what we're trying to do, and hopefully we can raise some funds to do what we're doing.
And special projects, that sounds intriguing in and of itself. So what are you involved with right now, trying to raise money?
Right now, we are trying to put 20,000 more seats in the stadium. The Big 12 conference, probably all the schools in the conference, their stadiums probably seat anywhere from 60 to 75,000, and we want to get involved in that because we need to raise money just like every other school. So this is what I'm doing. I'm going around the state telling them what we're trying to do, and hopefully they have some money to give to the project.
Of course, a couple of years ago, that stadium was full about every game coming off the Orange Bowl, and then another bowl year going down to Arizona. So why do you think, in talking with people around the state, that this goal is attainable?
Well, it's attainable because, they know also that we need to raise some funds because if we don't raise funds, we can't compete with the other schools in the conference. So and they know that, So my job is a little easy, but today in the economic conditions is tougher. But again, if our alumni, if they have the funds, they know that what we're trying to do, they will give the funds to us.
Talk about Turner Gill as the head football coach at Kansas, and what in your mind makes him a fit to take this program to new levels now in the next couple of years?
Well, I think that he will do this in the next couple of years, mainly because he came from an excellent program at the University of Nebraska. Tom Osborne was his coach, and Tom Osborne is a class act, and so I have no what's the word I want to use, that Turner Gill will bring this program back because he got started late his first year because being recruited late by the university, and he came on later in the season, but this year he's had a great recruiting year, and I really feel that he has a chance to be a very, very good coach at the University of Kansas.
You could work a lot of places. Gale Sayers we're talking with, and being a legendary Chicago Bear, but any of the NFL cities, you could work anywhere. Why Kansas?
Well, Kansas, helped me do a lot of things. I got 2 degrees from here, my master's degree and my undergrad degree. And if I didn't have those degrees, I'm in the computer business right now, and I've been doing that for the last 26 years. And if I didn't have those degrees, I probably wouldn't be where I am today. And so, Kansas did a lot for me, and I want to give back to them.
You're known as the Kansas Comet and a legendary Kansas football player, but I've read recruiting stories. You almost ended up at the University of Iowa, and of course you came up at Omaha Central, so escaped the grasp of the Cornhuskers as well.
Well, my high school coach, he was from the University of Iowa, and every play we ran, it was the University of Iowa, and so I really wanted to go there. And when I went to the University of Iowa, I went there for 3 days, and I didn't see Jerry Burns one time. He was after another kid named Henry Carr, who was an outstanding football player and an outstanding track man also. But he didn't have the grades to get into the University of Nebraska, and I did. But 3 days at the University of Iowa's campus and not see the head coach, well, evidently he didn't want me to become a Hawkeye. So I decided to go to Kansas.
People in this state are very happy about that, for sure. Now, when you look back at your days at Kansas, what do you remember most fondly in your playing days wearing number 48?
Well, I remember just playing ball at Kansas. Jack Mitchell was our coach. It was a super individual. And we had some good teams. Wasn't real... It wasn't the best teams in the Big 8 conference at that time, and so but I had a great career here at Kansas, and I'm happy that I went to Kansas, and I'm happy that I got my degrees from Kansas, and I just the alumni that I ran into when I was at Kansas. There's many of them are still around. Some of them are deceased. But it makes my job easier because they knew me when I was here, and when I go out and around the country, they know me and I know them, and so it makes it a little bit easier.
Then you go to the NFL, and that first year I had 14 rushing touchdowns and a great punt returner, obviously, in your career in the NFL, and played for Papa Bear Hallis. And what is his most memorable speech he gave to you Chicago Bears, I wonder?
Well, it's not a, you can't say, well, this is what he said to us. He was a person that I loved and admired because he was, he was a father figure to me because he just, anytime I had a problem, I could go to him, and he would tell me about it and try to help me work it out. And so, my rookie year with the Bears, I scored 22 touchdowns and 6 in one game. And it was a great year for me at Chicago. At that time, the two leagues were in a bidding war for players. Kansas City Chiefs drafted me number 1. The Bears drafted me number 1. And I'm happy that I came to the Bears, not because of Mr. Howlands or anything like that. I wanted to play football against the best football teams in the country. And at that time, the National Football League was playing the best football. In 1967, I think they won they won the Super Bowl. Green Bay won the Super Bowl, and they beat Kansas City Chiefs. And so, but I never was on a Super Bowl winning team. But hey, I enjoyed my time at the National Football League.
How has pro football changed the most, in your opinion?
Oh, it's changed quite a bit. The players, linemen are a little bigger. When I played, I think our biggest lineman was 280. Today, you got people 325, some 340. And does that make them a better football player? I don't think so. I really don't. But it's just, and the players are different today. When I played, I made $25,000 a year. Today they're making $5 million, or $6 million, or $20 million a year. And people ask me, Gale, would you like to play today? I said, yes, I would like to play today. Not because I got great skills, but because, hey, they're making a lot of money. I made $25,000 a year, and it's just today. What really makes me mad about today's players, they think they made the game what it is today. Okay, hey, the players back in 1930, in the 40s, in the 50s, in the 60s, in the 70s, they're standing on our shoulders. Hey, those players made the game what it is today, so you can make $5 million, that $10 million, Peyton Manning $23 million. You know, they are standing on our shoulders, and they don't even understand that. They don't understand that. I asked a young man several years ago, you know, running back, what do you think about Jim Brown? Jim who? You know, that's like me saying, you asked me about Martin Luther King. You know, I don't know him. You know, hey, you know, these players, they are spoiled. They're making all this money, and it's too bad. It's too bad they don't understand that. Hey, there was somebody else back a long time ago that kept this game going, so you can get yourself in this game. And they don't understand. They don't understand that, and that's what kills me when they don't understand. They can't name the player that came before them. Hey, I can name 4 or 5 running backs that came before me that helped, you know, me make me what I am.
And I've seen you speak about the lockout that's ongoing right now, and I know that's a frustrating subject to you and all football fans.
No, it is, but again, it's too much money out there. They will play. There's no question about it. You know, whether they be 2 weeks into a season, they may have a longer season for 2 weeks or 3 weeks, but they will play. So you don't have to worry about that because the money's there, and they don't want to lose all that money. And the players can't help. You know, there's an article in a magazine a couple of years ago. Players today playing in this game. 6 years after they retire, they are broke. They are broke. How can you be broke when you're making the kind of money that these players are making today? It's so sad that they can be broke. And again, it's just I just want to stop talking about this.
We've got the Kansas Comet pretty fired up here. Gale Sayers is joining us, but really, thanks for your comments, taking the time to talk, coming to Liberal. This is a lot of fun. Thanks for coming, and
thank you very much.
Gale Sayers joining us here on the